What is up, guys? It's Mystic Fire here to bring you guys and gals Black Clover episode 2 review, or Buraku Koroba. It was an okay it was an okay episode for the most part. People are gonna say, oh, this is filler, this wasn't in the manga. Yes, it was in the manga, not as dragged out as it was in the anime, but it was still in the manga, Like, the manga doesn't really focus on too much flashbacks or too much backstory when it comes to the characters, as of yet, anyways. Because they have focused on on one character here and there, which I'm not gonna spoil anything. But when they do focus on flashbacks, the flashbacks are good. And when it comes to the anime episode 2, when it's called The Boy's Promise or The Boy's Vow, I kind of like the way the anime did it, because Studio Peria is making us really feel connected to the characters, basically being Asta and Juno, and how they have, and what led to them thinking of them wanting to become the Wizard King or the Magic Emperor, or whatever you want to call it, because people are comparing to Naruto, and those are people that don't know what it means to take inspiration from a series instead of just calling it a carbon copy of it. But anyways, it was an okay episode, and I like the animation of how it was done when Asta slashed the booty. I liked it. It shows a bit of originality when it comes to the anime as a whole, and we're seeing that Studio Peria is putting their budget into this anime. One thing that I'm really not liking about it is the pace. It's been a slow pace, because chapter 1 was about into 2 episodes, and the second episode was more flashbacks. Now, I don't think that's gonna really happen much when it comes to the anime, because there isn't really much flashback in that main story to begin with. And yes, episode 2, the flashback was canon, people. It was not filler, because I know people are thinking, oh, it's flashback, so it's filler. No, people, it's not filler. And let me ask you this quick question: what anime series does not have any flashbacks? Or what anime series doesn't focus on flashback when it comes to the main character, simply so we can get to know the character even more, and so we see where he has come up from, and where is he coming from, and why does he wants to be who he said he wants to be so bad, Like, every anime in some type of way or form, or even every manga in some type of way or form has done flashbacks, So it isn't really a big deal to have flashbacks when all they're trying to do is get to know it makes us, the audience, get to know the characters even more and feel connected towards them, So I went on a bit of a rant there, but it's still part of the review, Anyways, the episode was good, It was a good episode. It wasn't as good as it was like it's episode 1, but it still was okay. The animation was gorgeous, and and sure, they dragged out the flashbacks too much. They dragged it out. That's okay, because now after this, there isn't really any more flashbacks at all. From now on, it's gonna be just all about action, Of course, Asta needs to join his squad, which there's really no flashbacks there, And after that, it's all about action after action, or fighting after fighting. Sure, when it comes to the anime, a superior might take like an episode filler, so to get ready for the next arc and stuff like that. Every anime does it. Every single anime does it. I don't see what's the problem with having some filler or even some flashbacks in a new series. You know what I mean? So it feels kind of stupid when I see people commenting, "Oh, this was filler," because it's all flashbacks. That mostly the entire episode was flashback, and I'm here thinking to myself, like, are you that dumb to just think that every anime is gonna be all about action? Like, Dragon Ball Z was all about action, and I guess that's how people have come to see anime as. Just all about action, no flashbacks, no filler, just action, and pure action. What's the point of you having pure action when you don't even know the characters as a whole? Like, sure, Dragon Ball Z was the stepping stone for anime, but that was back in the 90s. In the 90s, you know what I mean? 90s. Now this is a different generation, and people are too demanding when it comes to the anime as a whole. But you know, to each their own, I guess. I can be saying, hey, sure, this anime doesn't have a lot of action, so it's trash, it's average, it's compared to this, it's this series, it's compared to this series, it's this series, and I'm here thinking like, man, let it be, let it grow into what it is, you know, or what you think that a lot of all the big series just went to be that famous without having any world building or just without having any relatable characters. Come on, man, just stop being like that. But anyways, back to the review of the episode. The episode was good. I like the animation. The star animation was amazing. The animation was amazing. I liked it. We see that now now we see Asta and Junior's rivalry as something more than just, oh, he's the Sasuke, this is the Naruto. You know, it's even more than that because that's what people are comparing it to, which is Naruto. I'm just like, okay, sure, for the first few arcs, yes. For the first episode, sure, it's like Naruto, but after that, it develops into its own thing, you know. But anyways, I liked it. I feel like it was a nice closure to chapter 1, the way they did it. Now, by next week, in the preview, it started like the actual manga adaptation. That's where it starts. Not that I'm saying that this wasn't canon, because everything was canon. It was just dragged out. But now next week we can see that the actual manga is starting. You know, like I don't think they're gonna pick up the pace because in my mind I feel like this is gonna be a long running series, just like One Piece is, and just like Naruto was, just like Bleach was, because Shonen Jump and Shueisha in Japan are pushing this to be the next big series. So this is not gonna be like this is not like My Hero Academia that bloomed in his first season because it has somewhat more action, and the character was available already. When it comes to this, we need to. It has its time. It's a bit more slow paced, And plus, when it comes to Japan, you only have 3 weeks to make a series not get canceled. So that rushes the author to not put a lot of details into the manga, which the anime can do. Which the anime can reinforce. So, in my opinion, I am damn good. The anime is doing this and the way it is doing it. I just think the pace for a lot of people is gonna be like, I don't want to watch this because the pace is so slow, and that's okay. You're gonna regret it later on because this series turns out to be amazing. You're just gonna see. But anyways, that's it for my review. It was a good episode. The art animation was on point again and again. Subscribe to the channel if you don't. Subscribe to this channel if you don't so already. Follow me on Twitter for more information to know what I'm gonna upload today or the next day or whatever. Subscribe to the channel if you're not so ready, and I hope to see you guys and gals later.